battle in the AFC West, with Denver looking for their 16th win in the last 21 against LA. Can the Broncos continue their dominance? Find out next on EA Sports.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now a carry for the former first-round pick of the Chargers. It's Melvin Gordon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done. It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Bridgewater. Man open. He's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 44-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Bridgewater now for Gordon on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play there for the Broncos. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Open man, and again it's Sutton. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Bridgewater. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. The pass will wind up incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert, and complete, right side to Cook. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Cook. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Play action. It's Herbert. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Jalen Guyton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook.
And it's a fumble, but it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. A big play there for L.A. First carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Alexander Johnson. And the Broncos are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And here's Joseph Charlton now.
As he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. That's taken inside his own 40. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense.
He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, I can say he's looked pretty good to this point.
Herbert's throw there complete to Ruggs.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Gets it to Gordon. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him, and try and cover him before he gets going.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. He'll get this one to Patrick. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And again, it's Bridgewater. This is the tight end fan. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And this one is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
On 2nd and 10.
Herbert, he'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Henry Ruggs.
92 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it, just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Bridgewater now from the 50.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And McManus able to put it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have, there you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of the football.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. That is caught. It's Williams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get high.
It's complete to Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And Cook has it, left side. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Only needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Broncos 16-yard line.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. That's on Kelechi Osemele, the guard. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Austin Eckler
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Bridgewater. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. Touchdown, Broncos! Tim Patrick, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Broncos are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point from McManus is good. And this is back to an 8-point game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So here are the Chargers to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Welcome back now to Denver. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. 2nd down and 8. To throw is Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Kenneth Murray. Picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. 3rd down now to follow. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Bridgewater will try and throw. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So out come the Chargers. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Draymond Jones able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Gordon. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And Gordon's going to be stopped short. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by McManus is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll handle it.
Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. And now, as with every potential turnover, so that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Ruggs. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it.
Instead, it'll be second down. 2nd and 10. Throwing, Herbert. He's got Eckler. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. Herbert. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. Flush to his right. That's complete. It's Cook. But he will not get away. He stopped short of the marker. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now Gordon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.